Who are these people? Who are these people?
Hello.
Wow. That was like a new intro there.
Yeah. Well, my
I've had
name.
that intro for a while now.
Yeah, I had to load back in because I disconnected. So there we go. So yeah, my name is Angel Rivera. This is Angel in the Afternoon, and it's a very special happy birthday to me edition because today or tomorrow, technically, I turned 38. Not today, but it's tomorrow. So to be exact, it's tomorrow 11:45. I turned 38. So happy birthday to me. My guests so far, we have Steph, Miss Witchy Perfect, and we have Alex. How we doing tonight?
Good.
We're doing good. I had to turn Jimmy off. I just couldn't take it anymore.
Um,
Jimmy Dore.
Yeah, he was doing a something that Nicole Stranahan, isn't that our RFK's person or
yeah, the
something?
VP pick.
Yeah, she was saying
Mm,
that Trump equals democracy and freedom, and I went, sure, okay, so lockdowns equal freedom now, according to Tulsi Gabbard and Nicole Shanahan or Stranahan or whatever the heck her name is.
Shanahan. Yeah.
Yeah, Shanahan. So remember, everybody, lockdowns equal freedom.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
Jimmy was
mean,
praising it up and
I'm
down.
still a huge Jimmy Dore fan, but like I remember Steph Seferano tweeted like a week or two ago saying that the RFK Jr. endorsement to Trump was epic or something. I was like, that's not epic. That's you know better than that, Steph. Like, why would you say that?
No, actually, absolutely right. Because like literally, they've been shilling for him, and of course, they were talking about how RFK Jr. endorsed him, and I'm like, oh well, they're talking about and they're cheering anti-war and stuff, and I'm like, Jimmy, Trump didn't do any of that
hmm
stuff, and now
Well,
he
no,
just
Jimmy knows that. He's covered that before. He's said before that Trump still could continue to work. He has mentioned before that Trump is he's not any different than the Democrats, and he's mentioned he's still not going to vote for Trump. But yeah, I have
right,
to admit it is weird why he's doing
just
it.
shilling. Well, and
Yeah,
then the whole thing is like, that Tulsi Gabbard said the other day that Donald Trump stands for peace, freedom, and prosperity. I went, for who, Tulsi? I said, for fuck's sake, Tulsi. he had prosperity for the rich because he gave the 400 top 400 wealthiest families $5 trillion. He gave us shit. He gave us literally he shit on us during the CARES Act. That was the
And
CARES
Yeah.
Act.
and I obviously, I don't know if I mentioned to you, Witchy, before, but I used to be a Tulsi supporter in 2020. And I remember that tweeting when she said, that Trump was Saudi Arabia's bitch. And to go from that and just like, oh, Trump, you're now such a charismatic, good person. You'd be a great president again. Like,
I
Yeah.
know. I know. It's like facepalm. Right, right. Absolutely snow. I was just saying this the other day that yeah, I mean
Right.
if Trump stands for peace, then people don't know what peace is because he literally killed a Soleimani. Well, how do you actually say his name?
Yeah.
Suleimani.
It's Soleimani. Okay. And he
No,
tried to get
he
us
would
into a
say
war with
Solomon
Iran.
or whatever he
I,
would say.
blah, 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 blah. I can't say these names. Okay. um
Wait, I guess Steve is saying that you have Trump derangement syndrome. Steve Wolfbrand. Is that that's if he's
oh yeah,
saying,
it's Angel's birthday.
yeah.
Yeah, it's my birthday.
Yeah, but below that, Steve's saying, I guess if I'm correct, he's saying that you have Trump derangement syndrome.
She has
Me?
TDS. Who,
Yeah,
me? Who, Steph?
it,
Me? No, I don't like Harris either. I
I,
can
I
tell you,
I could be wrong, but it sounds like that's what he's saying.
no, no, I hate Harris too. I know
Yeah,
no matter who wins that White House, that us poors are screwed. We will own nothing, be happy, eat sea bugs in the GMO meat. No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, no. I am not Harris at all. No, no, no. I think her speech. I want to know where Dana Bash got the mask because it looks like she has a mask on, and Harris was extremely boring and literally just doing the same old platitudes and cliches. So no, I just don't like the fact that people are saying, "Oh, well, Trump's doing this and Trump stands for this." Yeah, he was standing for
yeah.
that during
And
lockdown.
what
So
about
sure he was.
Kamala? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know well, the thing is Kamala, I mean, she both of them were literally crappy on the border. I mean, they did pretty much the only thing Trump did was put them in cages and put an ugly face on it.
Mhm.
And then, nothing stopped. Nothing was closed up. The border was not closed up under Trump. It wasn't closed
And
up
then
under
Kamala said
Kamala.
she's been to the border, and then she's not been to the border.
That's just shameful.
Yeah.
We
She should
we've
be
been to
ashamed
the
of
And
border.
herself.
it's also really shameful to see people like Kyle Kowinski and the Vanguard, Human Rights Support, all these people who claim that they don't support the genocide and it's their red line, but then automatically they go ahead and support. They're going to vote for Harrison Walz. I'm like, what
Yay.
definition of insanity? Like Angel, you remember that clip when Kyle Kowinski was talking with the Vanguard and he was asking Jimmy Dore if he had any brain cells left. Well, I would ask Kyle, does he have any brain cells left?
He doesn't have dick. Well, I want to
Yes.
thank everybody for joining me. Make sure you give me a like. That'll help me a lot. Also, if you guys are so inclined, on the in the pinned chat on YouTube and stuff, I put my Cash App and Venmo. So you feel like giving me some birthday money, please shoot it my way. I'll greatly appreciate it. So it should be in the pinned chat on YouTube. So if it isn't, let me know and I'll put it again. But it should be there. If you feel like, shooting me a few bucks for my birthday, I'll greatly appreciate it. So, let's see. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on lately, and let's see. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Greatly appreciate it. I can't believe I'm 38 already. It feels like yesterday I was in my 20s, but I
I know.
digress.
I'm right there with you because I turned 38 in April.
I'm going to be 34 in March.
Oh, you
Oh.
youngin.
So, let's see. Let's
I mean,
see.
this was awkward.
Jimmy said the crowd was cheering RFK said against Ukraine war, toxic food ingredients, and against control of big pharma. Not pretending Trump will follow through. And RFK said, yeah, I don't
But
really watch
the
Jimmy as
problem
much. But go ahead.
right. Well, the problem is that, and I'm actually being blocked out by the INN
Um,
logo over here. That's okay. So I get that. I get what he was saying, Fred. It's just that, the thing is, RFK Jr. is not who he pretends to be either.
No.
I didn't see a lot of people. Oh, thank you.
yeah, that's fine. Like,
He literally, I didn't see RFK Jr. cleaning up East Palestine, Ohio. I also don't see RFK Jr. getting clean water in Flint, Michigan. I mean, isn't that supposed to be about environmental stuff? I
Yeah.
just don't see it. And not to mention that RFK Jr. repeatedly admitted, because of the flight logs, that literally he was on Epstein's
Yeah, he
plane.
admitted it. Yeah,
He
he admitted.
admitted
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm sorry if I don't believe RFK Jr., and I never did. I mean, even when Jimmy had his interview with RFK Jr., people were literally telling, and I was defending Jimmy. I was like, look, it's Jimmy's show. If you don't like how he pushed back on RFK or Cornell West, then watch someone else.
there we go.
Watch someone else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I
it's
mean, I'm sorry I did that now,
Don't
because I
forget that
literally,
he also had, what was it, his daughter in the CIA or something like that.
yeah,
Or
his daughter,
his
or
daughter.
his no, his is it his
I think
wife's?
it was his daughter.
Is it his
His,
I think.
daughter? Yeah, and
I,
like,
I think it is. I think his daughter's a CIA agent or an
yeah, I
asset
mean,
or
she's in the
something.
CIA. Listen, RFK Jr. has literally sold out to the people that he was not supposed to sell out to. And why did he do that? My biggest suspicions are literally that he sold out because he didn't want to end up like his uncle or his father.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for
And
the beer money, D. Greatly
I
appreciate it. I,
Dee!
I
hopefully, you can
appreciate
actually make
R.
it.
I appreciate RFK Jr. for being, for questioning the vaccines and meeting against some mandates, as well as
Absolutely.
calling out the Ukraine war and all that stuff. But everything else,
100%.
is a no.
Yeah, definitely 100%, especially
Yeah,
with the vaccines, because his voice was messed up because of the vaccine.
Yeah.
Is that right?
yeah. I
Okay.
believe
No,
so.
no,
Yeah.
he had a stroke a long time ago. That's
Oh my
that's why
gosh.
he
No, I
has.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
I knew it
gosh.
was something that happened to him health wise, but I don't know what it is because
No,
it
because
definitely
he's had
wasn't
he's
a
been.
smoker.
I even heard him in like 2019. That's how he sounded like for.
Like I know he isn't a smoker, so that's why it's not a smoker's voice.
Yeah.
Right, it's not a smoker's.
All right. So, as everybody knows, Kamala Harris finally did her first interview, her first big girl interview. Let's give her a round of applause in the chat. You know. Anyways, but
I won't hold my breath.
apparently now she had to do it with Tim Walz. That was one of her first insistence that she couldn't do it by herself
Right.
because apparently
But he's the
she's too
next
afraid.
progressive, apparently, Tim Walz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a first Kamala Harris's first interview as Democratic nominee.
Don't
She
turn into
brought
Joe
in
Biden.
She
Holy
brought in
wee.
Vice President pick Tim. I'm about to call him Vice President. He wasn't even elected yet. VP picked Tim Walz to comfort her. Remarkably, it took her less than a minute to bring up Donald Trump. So let's see her bring up Donald Trump in less than a minute.
The voters are really eager to hear what your plans are. If you are elected, what would you do on day one in the White House?
Well, there are a number of things. I will tell you first and foremost, one of my highest priorities is to do what we can to support and strengthen the middle class. When I look at the
How you gonna do that? I'm gonna strengthen and support the middle class.
Right. As she sucks dick. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay.
How am I actually
Come
supposed to
on.
do that? Hey CBC, thank you for joining us. Make sure you give me a like. But yeah, how are you supposed to do that? I mean, seriously, this is ridiculous.
the
No.
What?
No.
aspirations, the goals, the ambitions of the American people. I think that people are ready for a new way forward. In a way that generations of Americans have been fueled by hope and by optimism. I think sadly,
change.
in the last decade, we have had in the former president someone who has really been pushing an agenda and in an environment that is about diminishing the character and the strength of who we are as Americans,
Um,
really dividing our nation. And I think people are ready to turn.
and I took too much
Can't talk
melatonin.
very well.
And I took too much melatonin, so that's why I sound like this.
Sounds just like
She sounds like
the
Nancy Pelosi.
female who does the impersonations of her. I don't remember her name right now, but she sounds.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
like
about.
her.
Yeah, no, I mean it's like literally like
No,
what?
it's like she more like Tim Balls. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Snow.
Progressive, we're
Let's
going to
see.
call him Uncle Tim now.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no thanks. It's a good thing I don't have an Uncle Tim. This would just be creepy.
Yeah, that does sound creepy. It's like then something remarkable happened. CNN unexpectedly asked a good question, pressing Harris on economic issues. Now let's get a load of what she has to say about the economy.
You talked about, you call it the opportunity economy. You are well aware that right now many Americans are struggling. There's a crisis of affordability. One of your campaign themes is we're not going back. But I wonder what you say to voters who do want to go back when it comes to the economy specifically,
Oops.
because their groceries were less expensive, housing was more affordable when Donald Trump was president.
That's
No,
a
it
dirty
wasn't.
little secret, but yeah, I mean, well, not it wasn't as affordable. It wasn't as expensive. Let's just put it like that.
Yeah, it wasn't as expensive. I agree with that. It's just actually groceries were more affordable in the 90s when I
Yeah.
wasn't buying them. No, I'm kidding.
We'll be on until around 9 snow, so I'm not sure you're able to hop on, but around 9 I usually get off. So, but yeah, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
No. I just wanted to say, like, the thing is, and this goes for Trump as well. Okay. You have to remember, guys, these people are rich people. They don't give a fuck about people like you and me. All Harris cares about is that rich people will be able to afford everything and you get a big fat dick in your ass because she doesn't care. She has her shit. She has her rich stuff. She has her rich style, rich lifestyle. Try saying that
Yeah.
5 times fast. No, like, and honestly, I just have to like giggle every time a politician literally says this because, as everyone knows, literally you will own nothing, you will be happy, and you will eat sea bugs in the GMO meat. And if you don't like it, oh well, go die, poor person. A big middle finger.
It's one big club, and we ain't in it.
And we
The
ain't in it.
MBA Mad
Good
says
old
I
George
like
Carlin.
that big fat dick. Okay, I'm not gonna. And that's you. Great.
Get out of here. You're done.
Thank you for that, chat. Yeah, let's
That
finish
should
this
keep
up.
you two up on it.
Well, let's start with the fact that when Joe Biden and I came in office, during the height of a pandemic, we saw over 10 million jobs were lost.
The lockdown.
People, I mean, literally, we were all tracking the day were dying because of COVID. The economy had crashed. In large part, all of that because of mismanagement by Donald Trump
because of the
of that
shutdowns.
crisis. When we came in, our highest priority was to do what we could to rescue America. And today, we know
giving
that
us
we have
$1,400
inflation at
bucks?
under 3%. A lot of our policies have led to the
Or, I mean, 600
reality that
bucks.
America recovered faster than any wealthy nation around the world. But you are right. Prices, in particular for groceries, are still too high. The American
But he's talking out both sides of her mouth. He's like, oh, yeah, no, we recovered. We're fine. But no, Dana, you're right, though. Prices are still too high. Like, which one is it? Either we haven't recovered, prices are too high, or we recovered, everything
We
is
haven't
fine.
done it, but it's not our fault.
Not our fault. It was Trump. It was Trump. Oh, go suck a dick, man. Come on. Come on, Harris. I like Snow said, you will eat the dick.
Thank you for the birthday wish. You will eat the dick. Yeah, I mean, not me, but
I love you,
somebody will.
Snow. You know what, Snow? If I wasn't happily engaged and you weren't happily married, I would marry you, okay? No, I love you, Snow.
The American people know it, I know it. which is why my agenda includes what we need to do to bring down the price of groceries. For example, dealing with an issue like price gouging. What we need to do to extend the child tax credit to help young families be able to take care of their children in their most formative years. What we need to do to bring down the cost of housing includes what would be a tax credit of $25,000 for first-time home buyers, so they can.
Which will increase the pricing of housing.
I was going to say, and unless you give us first time houses are what, over $1 million now? So unless you're
Yep.
going to give us more than 500K, go suck a dick.
25.
It gets
What's
to the
going to
point.
happen with that little 25,000 is it going to be eaten up, because immediately a lot of these private owners like, yeah, we got to charge you 25 grand. I want that 25 grand. And then that eats up that, down payment, and then you're screwed. I talked about this when this policy first came out, like a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, D says New York has 30 plus billionaires, 300,000 millionaires, and the lower class pays the price for it. That's New York City for you.
They can just have enough to put a down payment on a home,
Which wouldn't
is
be
part
enough.
of the American dream and their
Definitely not
aspiration,
enough.
but do it in a way that allows them to actually get on the path to achieving that goal and that dream.
Yeah, it's not enough. 25 grand is it's like a drop in the bucket.
Meanwhile, people will still be kicked out of their houses so that BlackRock can come in and save the day. Good old BlackRock and Vanguard.
Yeah, but we got the liberals claiming, oh no, but Kamala's going to protect us from that because she's going to ban these corporations from buying houses.
Right. And I can walk on water.
That's a good one. It's like that meme I share of Bender. It's like, oh, you're serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Oh, right, from Family Guy.
From Futurama.
Futurama, excuse me. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I meant.
Oh, wait, you're serious? Oh, let me laugh even harder now.
Or it's like that Spider-Man meme. It's like, you serious?
Well, but the questioning didn't stop there. Bash put Harris on the spot over her shifting stance on fracking. So, yeah, this is a fracking question.
When you were
because when she ran for president, she was against fracking 2019. Now as vice president, she says she's pro fracking, and now she says something else. So she has this shifting position on fracking. So let's just see her stumble and bumble her way to this answer. I guess that's what she does.
You were in Congress, you supported the Green New Deal. And in 2019, you said, quote, there is no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. Fracking, as you know, is a pretty big issue, particularly in your must-win state of Pennsylvania.
Sure.
Do you still want to ban fracking?
No, and I made that clear on the debate stage in 2020.
No, she didn't.
No, she didn't. But fuck you.
No, she didn't. She said she was against fracking. Now she turns around, oh, no, I said it on the debate stage.
What she's referring to is when she was in that VP debate with Mike Pence. And Mike Pence accused her of being, against fracking, but she said Joe and I will not make fracking. I think that's what she said.
Right. Nothing will fundamentally change with fracking.
Okay, that's what she's referring to.
Not too long after the debate said Joe and I will not ban fracking. I remember responding to her saying, that's not a good thing, Kamala.
Yeah.
No, it's not a good thing. In fact, people in Pennsylvania, I know because I know a couple people literally could set their water on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, this stuff, they don't care. Again, they don't care about you stupid poor people,
John Fetterman just recently admitted that Trump's going to beat Kamala in Pennsylvania. He admitted that.
And I didn't vote for him, by the way. I didn't vote for Oz either.
Doctor.
And they were both in my district, so.
It was Dr. Haas versus Fetterman, right? The guy that had a stroke. Like I said on Politically Homeless last night, most Americans don't know what fracking is. No.
I mean, Oz at least sounds a little bit more like an angel compared to Fetterman now, at least.
Well,
not that he's good, but still, like,
Fetterman just exposed his ass. I mean, he pretended to be the only thing he pretended not to be.
Sorry.
The only thing that he never pretended to be anti-Zionist. He was always pro-Zionist, but all his supporters always excuse that as like, oh, well, it's not a big deal. There's nothing going on in Israel now.
But hey, he wears his sweatshirt and shorts. He must be for us.
He exposed everything. I mean, now he's like He's like Kristen Gillibrand or Joe Manchin, all these guys. And now the
Mhm.
progressives who loved him so much, now they hate his guts. And more than we do.
Except for, I guess, chaotic leftist, whatever her name is. I guess she's still. I don't know
She's
if she's
still-
still.
I
I
don't
could be
know.
wrong, but I remember, she really supported.
Huh. Take it from
Uh,
someone in Pennsylvania. They all suck,
Lo-
especially Josh
Lauren
Shapiro.
says, "We know this interview was not done in a single take. I can't wait for the bloopers reel." No, I guarantee you it wasn't.
Shrek.
And you play the Benny Hill theme with that too.
Yeah, I never
Really?
brought stretch stick, and the hoodie meme was too cringe. Ugh. I mean, John Fetterman was like, I don't know how anybody bought his chick, unless you're a white
Yeah.
upper middle class progressive. Then yeah, you bought it, but
I
not
mean,
anybody
higher
else.
middle class. I mean, because poor people were like, "Oh, he's trying to, he's literally trying to mock us." Another rich person trying to act like a poor person and care about poor person problems.
John
Don't
Fetterman
forget-
went to Harvard. didn't
Yeah, he went to
Don't-
Harvard. He's been
Yeah,
rich
so-
all his life.
When Fetterman a long time ago, he waved his gun towards, what was it, a black jogger? Or I think that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
heard about
waved his
that.
gun.
and he kept defending his stance on that. He never apologized or anything.
Like, hey, black man got in my way. What am I supposed to do? Not shoot him? Obviously, I'm going to point my gun at him, right? Can I do that? Oh no, that's racist. Oh,
Can
oh,
I
well.
point my gun at a poor person and still get away with it? Well, I'm rich, so fuck them.
Let me keep going with this.
Would not ban fracking. As vice president, I did not ban fracking. As president,
You
I
couldn't have banned fracking. You had no authority. But I
Yeah.
digress. The VP.
will not ban fracking.
Mhm.
In 2019, I believe, at a town hall, you said you were asked, would you commit to implementing a federal ban on fracking on your first day in office? And you said, there's no question, I'm in favor of banning fracking. So, yeah.
Look at her
So
face.
in that campaign,
In 2020, I made very clear where I stand. We are in 2024, and I've not changed that position, nor will I going forward. I kept my word, and I will keep my word.
what made you change that position at the time?
Well,
She's an empty suit. She's an empty suit. She'll say whatever her
Absolutely.
donors tell her to do.
That's
and
right.
Dana is
Trump
not like
is
she don't know
too.
that.
I say Harris and Trump have always been on the both sides of everything. Trump just changed his policy on abortion, so now he's pro-abortion.
Yeah.
Guys, they literally are listening to their donors. For fuck's sake, Gates literally admitted this. Bill Gates said he told Trump not to investigate those vaccines, and guess what? Trump did it. So she's going to be the same way. She's going to do exactly what her Zionist donors tell her to do.
Yep.
I just don't think there's any way she's, leading over Trump right now. There's just no way. I think it's going to be,
No.
Trump's going to beat her just like he did Hillary.
Yeah, I saw a
He
poll
is.
on Jimmy Dore that said that actually Trump was up by, it was like 53 to 46. So I think they switched it now.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
saw that so from Savvy Sabs last night. I think it's Nate Silver just pulled up recently. I think
Yep.
it was Trump 52-47. I believe that's what it said. So
Yeah, that's the same one that Jimmy just showed
yeah,
on his show.
Yeah.
Yep.
I kept my word salad, and I will keep my word salad, and it will wits and rots in front of you.
You want to
she's
eat
the
this
master-
word salad? It's got
She's
shit
the
in it.
master of the word salad.
That's what I was gonna say. She's the master of the word salad. No one else comes close to her.
Mm,
We cannot be held down by what is to be,
mm.
what has already been done.
It sounds like
What the
she's
hell
trying to
did
do
you just say?
By
Shakespeare.
what has been.
It sounds like she's trying to do Shakespeare, but failing miserably.
I know, right?
let's be
And-
clear. My values have not changed.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I
no,
heard
no.
somebody say
I was
something.
gonna say, and her fake, stupid laughter or whatever it is.
Right.
Oh, the cackling
cackling
she
those
does.
cocks.
It's
You
just
gotta
horrible.
cackle those cocks, y'all.
I believe it is very important that we take seriously what we must do to guard against what is a clear crisis in terms of the climate. And to do that, we can do what we have accomplished thus far, the Inflation Reduction Act.
Look at Tim Walz. He's looking at her like he's a babysitter. It's like, make
Are
sure
you
you
on
say,
crack?
like, yeah, make sure you don't fuck this
fucking
up. Oh, you fuck
horrible.
this up? Shit.
He's there looking at her like, are you on speed?
Like he's babysitting her. Make sure you say the words the way we talked about, Kamala.
He's like,
Just the way we talked about it. Just the way we practiced, Kamala.
Act. What we have done to invest, by my calculation, over probably $1 trillion over the next 10 years, investing in a clean energy economy. What we've already done, creating over 300,000 new clean energy jobs, that tells me, from my experience as vice president, we can do it without banning fracking. In fact, Dana, excuse me, I
Or Dana,
cast the tie-breaking
whatever your
vote
name is.
that actually increased leases for fracking
Yeah.
as vice president.
Hey,
So
my tie-breaking vote allowed for more fracking. Is that a good thing?
Wasn't that under Trump?
That was under her. She
It was
she
under
said,
her. Okay.
yeah. She said, I mean, just go back first.
in fact, Dana, excuse me, I cast the
Whatever your name
tie-breaking
is.
vote
I cast a tie-breaking vote.
And she's
that
proud of that.
actually
That's the
increased
problem.
leases
That
for
increased
fracking
leases
as
for
vice
fracking.
president. So I'm very clear about where.
So yeah, so she's pro fracking now. Let's make that clear.
Well,
And
she's
fuck the
been
environment.
she's been,
She is high on crack in this interview. Sad.
That's what I said.
In many cases.
Tim is looking at her like, "Are you on drugs,
yeah.
or are you mildly retarded?"
about where I stand.
And was there
also
some
just thoughts-
policy?
Sorry, I could barely
everyone,
hear you.
is talking about, Green New Deal and everything. Well, I supported what Tulsi Gabbard had when she was president and in Congress, which was the OFF Act, which I thought was better than the Green New Deal. It would help more than the Green New Deal would.
The Green New Deal's unrealistic piece of legislation is like it demands that every building be retrofitted for electricity, for like electrics. What's what I'm looking for? Like green, basically green energy. Every
Yeah,
building in the
and-
U.S. by 12 years. In 12
and the
years.
Right. And the thing with that is they wanted to give you a new thermostat so that they could turn that thermostat on when it's 90 fucking degrees outside. They turn that shit off. So you fucking have to,
Yeah.
you have to suffer. You have to be the one to sacrifice in extreme heat and extreme
In fact-
cold. So you have to freeze to death. You have to die of heat exhaustion, but the rich get to have their fucking private jets that pollute on a massive scale more than your temperature, your thermostat will throughout your life.
In fact, as the talk brought it up, energy jobs sound like AI job to take away human jobs. Yep. I mean,
Yeah.
a little later, I'm going to show a clip of a neighborhood that was completely abandoned, that was bought out by, I think, Microsoft, because they want to build a big building for their AI
Yep.
software.
Yeah.
And they're buying up entire neighborhoods in Illinois to do this. And they're knocking down all the homes and building this one big giant building for their like AI memory and the software and stuff. So that's another thing that's coming. We're losing our neighborhoods because of these big corporations. Well, we need more AI, right?
Well, you'll live
or
on the
scientific
streets or in
data
a
that
little
you saw
tiny
that
shack.
Yeah.
Sorry, you'll live in a tiny little shack or whatever the rich think that you deserve to have. A little one-room shack where you and your family members will sacrifice for the rich who are more important than you and have more superior genes than you. See, that's how they think.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
that you said, oh, okay, I get it now.
What I have seen is that we can
What?
we can grow and we can increase a thriving clean energy economy without banning fracking.
Okay.
So you can't do both. Either you ban
When you were in
fracking-
Congress,
either you ban fracking or you can't do both.
Yeah, it's either or. But you poor people have to sacrifice. You poor people will be the sacrificial lambs so that the rich can keep on using their private jets. You have
Yep.
to wear, or you have to do paper straws. You have to give up plastic. You have to give up this. You have to give up that. Never the rich have to give up their private jets and their luxury homes and bullshit like that, and breaking all these laws in Maui, building houses, and they have this thing where you're not allowed to have a seawall. But hey, the rich can do whatever the hell they want, but you have to sacrifice for their sake.
Yeah.
That's all this is
Mhm.
telling me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is more. This is Kamala Harris being asked about the border. So remember, she was the border czar, or they're claiming she wasn't, but now her handling on the border. I mean,
I might as well talk to
issue,
this
big
wall.
one is immigration. As vice president, you were tasked with addressing the root causes of migration in southern countries. And
Northern part of Central America.
the northern part
in particular,
of Central America that deals with, that affects the southern border of the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
During the Biden-Harris administration, there were record numbers of illegal border crossings. Why did
Oops.
the Biden-Harris administration wait 3.5 years to implement sweeping asylum restrictions?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, the root causes work that I did as vice president, that I was asked to do by the president, has actually resulted in a number of benefits, including historic investments by American businesses in that region. The number of immigrants coming from that region has actually reduced since we began that work. But I will say this, that Joe Biden and I and our administration worked with members of the United States Congress on an immigration issue that is significant to the American people, our security, which is the border.
No, she did not.
And through bipartisan work, including some of the most conservative members of the United States Congress, a bill was crafted, which we
I kind of lost track of what she was saying. I'm sorry. I have to go back.
It's like what Trump said. I really don't know what he said in that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
Yeah, the Joe Biden. I lost complete track of what she was saying. So
Another issue, big one, is immigration. As vice president, you were tasked with addressing the root causes of migration in southern countries and
northern part of Central America.
the northern part of
she was trying not to say border czar. That's what I mean, man, because everybody knows that she was the border czar.
Yeah.
Central America that deals with, that affects the southern border of the U.S. During the Biden-Harris administration, there were record numbers of illegal border crossings. Why did the Biden-Harris administration wait 3.5 years to implement sweeping asylum restrictions?
Well, first of all, the root causes work that I did as vice president, that I was asked to do by the president, has actually resulted in a number of benefits, including historic investments by American businesses in that region. The number of immigrants coming from that region has actually reduced since we began that work. But I will say this, that Joe Biden and I and our administration worked with members of the United States Congress on an immigration issue that is very significant to the American people and to our security, which is the border. And through bipartisan work, including some of the most conservative members of the United States Congress, a bill was crafted, which we supported, which I support. And Donald Trump got word of this bill that would have contributed to securing our border. And because he believes that it would not have helped him politically, he told his folks in Congress, don't put it forward. He killed the bill. A border security bill that would have put 1,500 more agents on the border. And let me tell you something, the border...
Which most
But you
Democrats
didn't do
are
anything
against.
about it.
And the
Most
agents
Democrats
would
are
do
against it.
nothing. The agents would do nothing. But you see, a guy with no power literally told them, you can't have this bill.
Yeah.
So why are you in Congress right now? Why are you vice president?
It's Trump's fault because he told Republicans to vote against our bill, so we couldn't do anything about the immigration. So somehow it's Trump's fault, even though he's not president and he's just a loudmouth right now. Oops, we lost power there.
Border Patrol endorsed the...
Go ahead. I think you were saying something.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Trump has enough troubles ruining his own campaign by calling her a communist. Oh, she wants everyone to have health care. Oh my God, the horror. Ah! I
think he's starting to get better though in his ads. So he's starting to attack Kamala more on the was it the inflation or the economy, and he's starting to get there, but he hasn't fully turned around.
Yeah, Daniel, I forget his last name, but he works for a kid on Heartland Media. His theory was Trump was stupid on purpose in order to get Kamala as a nominee, and then he's going to come out and obliterate her. So that's his theory. I mean, I tend to agree with that theory more, that he was playing possum. Yeah, him. I forget his name. Yeah. He works with Kid on Heartland's Media. Yeah, that was his theory.
I hadn't seen him in a long time until that live stream.
He did a live stream with Indy. That's why. That's where he came up with that theory that he thinks Trump was being stupid on purpose. And once Kamala was officially confirmed as a nominee, then he's going to come out and just obliterate her. So we'll see what happens in the debate in 2 weeks. But I mean, I'm pretty sure Trump's going to obliterate her. But actually, look at her performance here, and this is pre-recorded. Imagine how she's going to do live.
Yeah, it says
Force the
live.
bill.
It wasn't live.
And I'm
No, this is
Yeah,
pre-recorded.
it does. Even Jimmy pointed that out, and they're like, I mean, CNN is literally just a mouthpiece for these people, and then also the donors, the donor class. So, and I agree, Snow Himbo. I literally have people. I had a Trumper actually threaten to shoot me because I didn't believe as they believed, and I didn't see Trump as a savior. So,
Both
but I've
sides are
had shit libs.
cultish.
Yeah, I've literally had shit libs almost do the same thing, though they don't really go into they should shoot me. But I
No,
mean, I've had shit libs do the same, pretty much the
both
same thing.
sides are cultish. I mean, it's not just Democrats. Even though I mostly focus on Democrats, but it's also Republicans. A lot of them are very cultish. It's ridiculous. I hate it. All right,
I'm sure in large part because they knew they were working around the clock, and 1,500 more agents would help them. That bill would have allowed us
No.
to increase seizures of fentanyl. Ask any community in
wait, fentanyl is already illegal. I mean, why do you need a bill for
What's
that?
she looking at? She just.
You can do. What? Oh, somebody there.
Hey, is that right, handlers? Did I get the answer right? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but
okay.
fentanyl is already illegal. Why would you need that bill in order to increase seizures of fentanyl? Like, it's already illegal. You find it, you seize it, you arrest them, and that's it. It's already illegal.
community in America that has been devastated by fentanyl, what passing that bill would have done to address their concern and a pain that they've experienced.
So you
wouldn't
would
have
push
done
that
it.
legislation
Who said?
again. I just want to
Not
ask
only
about.
push it, I will make sure that it comes to my desk and I would sign it.
No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
Why does Tim
Because
look like
you
a
need
red
an
flag?
army. The rich need an army. And guess what? The immigrants are the army. Because again, guys, they're getting what, $10,000 on a credit card to go out and do what they need to do, pay their own rent, blah, 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 blah. They're given homes, even though we can't find a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out
No,
of.
but
Because the rich need an army to fight against dissenters.
yeah, they need
You're not going to
they
bite the hand that feeds you. If someone gives you money and you have a great life and you can pay for food and you can do this and do that, you're not going to bite the hand that feeds you.
thank you for the birthday wishes.
And
Make sure you
Kai.
like and subscribe. Also, if you are generous and want to donate for my birthday, it's in the pinned comments, so check it out. But I digress. What are you gonna say, Alex? You gonna say something, or
I was
did
gonna say, I don't know if you were gonna play the clip later on, but she also made a weird gaffe or whatever you call it when she was sound like she was gonna say the Supreme Court, but she didn't. She said something else instead.
Oh, she forgot that was the Supreme Court is. I think I have it, but let me finish. Now, Bash question Kamala, Potato. I don't know what I said. I just butchered it. Bash question Kamala on Trump's allegations of turning black for political purposes, which is what she did, by the way.
She did,
After a long, awkward pause, Kamala replies, "Whatever." So let's see what. Let's a quick one here.
I was a little bit surprised. People might be surprised to hear that you have never interacted with him, met him face to face. That's going to change soon. But what I want to ask you about is what
Wait,
he
she
said.
never met Trump in person. She was a senator when he was president, right? I mean, how do you not meet him in face? You're a senator. That makes no sense.
And it's almost like, oh, you've never met him, but when you meet him and your eyes meet, and for the first time, you're going to fall in love. Oh, God, get the fuck
That's
away
an
from me.
absurd thing to say from Dana Bash.
What the fuck?
Hey.
He
Yeah, they're gonna
said
make
last
babies.
month he suggested that you happened to turn black
Because she did turn black.
recently for political purposes,
Which is true.
questioning a core part of your identity.
Yeah.
And he same old tired playbook. Next question, please.
That's it.
Liberals
I'm done
pretended.
with this answer.
Liberals online pretended this was like a girl boss moment. Like, yeah, girl boss, you don't have to answer that question. They
That was
pretend that was like
shit.
a girl boss moment, even though she awkwardly sat there for like 10 seconds before she's saying, same old playbook. Let me move on, please, because it's true. She did change
What playbook?
for political purposes.
What playbook?
That
It was
he's a
just,
racist. That he's allegedly a racist. So Tim Walz finally got his first question. when his claims of serving in the war crumbled
Oh
on
yeah,
air. This
yeah.
one, when he
This is
pretended he served in
hilarious.
Iraq, when he didn't. When he didn't. So let's see.
No, he did not.
Let's see. Whoops.
Governor Walz, the country is just starting to get to know you. I want to ask you a question about how you've described your service in the National Guard. You said that you carried weapons in war, but you
No,
have
he didn't.
never deployed actually in a war zone. A campaign official said that you misspoke. Did you?
Well, first of all, I'm incredibly proud. I've done 24 years of wearing the uniform of this country. Equally proud of my service in a public school classroom.
No, he didn't wear the uniform of this country.
What?
He was in the National Guard, which is the Minnesota National Guard. Wasn't in the United States Army. So again, he's lying again. Stolen valor.
Whether it's Congress or the governor, my record speaks for itself. But I think people are coming to get to know me. I speak like they do. I speak candidly. I wear my emotions on my sleeves, and I speak especially passionately about our children being shot in schools and around guns. So I think people know me. They know who I am. They know where my heart is. And again, my record has been out there for over 40 years to speak for itself.
And the idea that you said that you were in war.
Yeah.
Did you misspeak, as
wasn't.
the campaign has said?
Yeah, I said we were talking about, in this case, this was after a school shooting, the ideas of carrying these weapons of war. And my wife, the English teacher, told me my grammar's not always correct. But again, if it's not this, it's an attack on my children for showing love for me, or it's an attack on my dog. I'm not going to do that. And the one thing I'll never do is I'll never demean another member's service in any way. I never have.
Look at that. Look at the Chiron. My grammar is always not correct. Not.
Oh, that stupid wife. I don't even know why I married her. I should have just stayed single. What
Hey.
the fuck? Well, then why did you marry her, you dumb bitch?
Yeah,
Don't show Kyle Kowinski, Crystal Ball, and Jesse Ventura that clip.
Nope.
I mean, and I told Kyle this on Twitter, though I doubt he wants to listen to me. But I said
Never
this
responds
because
to
this
us.
happened in PA.
He
You know
never
how
responds.
No, but you know how Kyle was bragging about, oh, they paid for K through 12. Oh, they had free lunches and free breakfasts. Yeah, they did the same fucking thing here. And you know why? Because they raised the school tax on us poor people. My school tax was over $600 fucking dollars. That's how they're paying for that shit. And then I still have to have stuff for my son. I have to have a water bottle when he goes to gym class. I need pencils and paper so that because the fucking teachers can't even pay for that shit. So I have to be responsible, yet I'm still paying $600 fucking dollars so that my son can have a free lunch. Whoopee.
Yeah, it's not a free lot. I mean, it's because here's the thing with people like Kyle and Crystal. They're at least he married into her money, but they're both extremely wealthy. So them paying little extra in taxes is not a big deal.
But don't
They
forget
don't
back
care.
in 2014 when Kyle called Crystal so stupid.
Oh, yeah, so stupid. Oh, she's so
Mhm.
stupid.
It's an irony.
She's so
Just
stupid.
10 years ago, he was like, "Oh, Crystal Ball is so stupid. She's so stupid." And then he
'Cause
says
she
something.
was.
She's like dumb.
Still
She's like
is.
she has rocks in her brain or something. He says something to that effect too in that same video, which is infamous now. Surprised. I wonder if they ever addressed that video or whether they just
They
ignore
probably
it.
have. They probably talked about it before, but
I was
Yeah,
gonna
they
say
had to.
that's an awkward moment there.
Yeah.
Honey, in 2014, you called me an airhead.
Mm-hmm.
What you talking about? Who new phone? Who
No,
this?
who me? I didn't do. Oh, I did.
Me?
Well,
No, that was my evil twin, my evil twin brother.
then the
and
most
you know,
important
it's such a
question
shame
drops.
that Jesse Ventura he has sold out to us. You know, I thought he was the real one, but now he supports.
And that is such a heartbreaker because
Yeah,
I
Jesse.
was a big Jesse supporter.
Yeah,
I
I
love
was
Jesse
too.
Ventura. I've
Yeah.
talked to people who were literally in Minnesota when he was governor, and they have nothing but great things to say about
He
Jesse.
worked for RT.
Yeah.
He looked for,
Yeah, he
RT
worked.
America, and he had the world according to Jesse.
Yeah.
It's just like what Jimmy George said. What the fuck did they do to Jesse? I'm wondering that too. Like, what happened?
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know.
I vote that they probably his wife Teresa has seizures, and she was on a substance to help her with those seizures. He said on Clubhouse they tried everything big pharma wise they could do, but only this substance would take it away. And he has a manifesto book about it,
Mhm.
or marijuana manifesto or something, but
Yeah.
it was cannabis. I don't know if I can say it. I'm sorry if I don't want to get you kicked off of YouTube,
It's
but
fine. Yes.
cannabis was actually taking the seizures away. And he said they actually even moved to Colorado because it was cheaper in Colorado because they were paying over $900 a month for her cannabis so that she wouldn't have seizures. Because he said the last time she had a seizure, it was like watching the person you love so much. Probably this is the last time you're going to see her. So my thing
Yeah.
is, I think they threatened his wife
Yeah.
because cannabis still technically federally is still
Yeah. Illegal.
illegal.
And you don't hear Kamala saying, "I'm going to legalize it," or you
Nope.
might hear her. You
Biden
might
nor
hear her
Trump.
say, "You might hear her say, I'm going to decriminalize it." That's not legalized. That's I mean
No,
that
she
it's
ain't gonna do
still.
dick.
I could understand Jesse Ventura supporting Tim Walz back in 2020. I could understand that because, he's in Minnesota, Jesse's in Minnesota. So fine, I could understand. But then to go this far and endorse Kamala and West, and just not offer any policies, but just say she's a woman of color and I'm voting for a woman, like that's not
Yeah,
who
it's just.
he is. That's
It's
not.
just.
Well, he actually, Steve, Jesse Ventura does have Trump derangement syndrome
Yeah.
because
Yes, he
if
does.
you hear him talk about, January 6th, which is another big one for him, he thinks that those people literally went in his capital and literally killed cops and did all this other stuff. I mean,
And you have
Nobody.
it's worse than 9/11. Worse than fucking 9/11.
worse than fucking 9/11, right?
Jesse does have Trump derangement syndrome, and
Yeah.
it's sad. I mean, he should know better, but like, nope. It was like, I hate Trump. I can't do his voice, so I'm not even going to try. But
You were a very staunch defender of President Biden's capacity to serve another 4 years. Right after the debate, you insisted that President Biden is extraordinarily strong. Given where we are now, do you have any regrets about what you told the American people?
No, not at all.
she's a liar.
Not at all.
I mean, of
I
course
have served with President Biden for almost 4 years now, and I'll tell you, it's one of the greatest honors of my career, truly. He cares so deeply about the American people.
Didn't you call him a
is
Does
so
not. No,
smart.
he does not.
Didn't you call him a racist, Kamala, back in 2019?
Yeah, didn't you say
No,
I
no,
was
no,
that
I
little
don't think
girl?
she didn't. She didn't call him a racist. She just called it. She just did that infamous. I
was
you
that
did
little
the busing
girl.
policy and that
Yeah,
little girl.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
That little girl was me. That's what she was. That's what she said. Yeah.
And then
She
when
heavily-
she went on the Stephen Colbert show, and after she became his running mate, and Stephen Colbert was asking her about that, and she was like, "It was a debate. It was a debate." That's what she
Yeah,
said.
because it was.
Yeah.
All right, so let's more of this.
Smart and loyal to the American people.
Loyal.
And I have spent hours upon hours with him, be it in the Oval Office or the Situation Room. He has the intelligence, the commitment, and the judgment and disposition that I think the American people rightly deserve in their president. By contrast, the former president has none of that. And so,
I don't remember Trump saying.
I am so proud to have served as vice president to Joe
It just doesn't-
Biden.
What the hell
And
did he
two,
just say?
Who was the one that did the First Step Act?
That was Trump.
It was Trump.
What did Biden do? He created the crime bill.
The crime bill, right, which
Mhm.
put more black and brown people in jail.
Yeah.
94.
Sorry about that. I had to get more.
What has been okay?
Uh-huh.
Yes, no.
You guys need to just unburden yourselves with what has been. All right, we'll try.
I'll say, Snow,
hey,
if
Snow,
you will
did-
accept it,
you-
I will be your work wife. How about that?
Hey, Snow, do you think you just fell off of a coconut tree, huh?
I am so proud to be running with Tim Walz for President of the United States and to bring America what I believe the American people deserve, which is a new way forward, and turn the page on the last decade of what I
baby.
believe
Woo!
has been contrary to where the spirit of our country really lies.
But the last decade, of course, the last 3.5 years, has been part of your administration.
I'm talking about an era that started about a decade ago,
era.
where there is some suggestion, warped, I believe it to be, that the measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down, instead
What?
of where I believe most Americans are,
I don't
which is
understand
to
that.
believe
Hold
that the true that
I really
I
don't
didn't
know what
understand that.
is.
Hold
That's
on.
it. I'll bet she knows
where
what
there
it
is some suggestion,
You're beat down.
warped, I believe it to be, that the measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down.
The measure of the strength of the leader who you beat down.
What she's
Yeah, I
gonna
don't.
beat up others.
I will beat you down at the garden there, Trump.
Yeah, I
Is
don't
this?
understand what. I don't.
This is literally
Incite
like a
violence?
pro wrestling promo. This is
Yeah,
Kamala's pro wrestling promo.
Yeah.
But I want to know, why does she always squint? Does she need fucking glasses? Can you not see Dana Bash sitting like less than 2 feet in front of you?
that she's not a natural public speaker. She struggles with this. She wants to be president, but she's not a natural public speaker. She's not Obama, no matter how much she tries to be. Obama's a natural public speaker. I mean both Obamas, to be fair. They're both good public speakers, but this is public speakers, not as leaders, but as speakers.
Yeah.
Barack Obama especially. But she's not that. She's trying to be. The flowery rhetoric and the soliloquy she tries to do, but they end up being word salads, like this one.
I mean, I think she even
Instead of
disagreed
where I
with-
believe.
didn't I read somewhere where she disagreed with Obama about APAC, or she was to the right of Obama on APAC or something? Like a
Well,
Well,
she
no,
did-
she married her APAC handler.
Yeah, her
Yeah.
husband, the Jewish
Yeah,
I
her
know,
husband.
I know that, but I just meant like she voted. She even voted against Obama for APAC, or like she was to the right of APAC. I know Obama
Yeah.
supports APAC, but I think I read somewhere where she voted somewhere in support of APAC on like
Interesting. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
Interesting. Too much credit. She's just big time retarded.
Yeah, I've had enough of that.
But
All right, let's
let
get
me
to this
tell you
part.
something, sweetie. I can't see you because I'm squinting. I'm like, what the fuck? What if get some glasses, you dumb
This.
Wait, you didn't finish the video. You didn't
Oh,
finish
I thought I did, but let's see. What does she has to say? Where is it?
And I think
even
go-
they're
go
excited.
down a bit more. Go down a bit more.
Which was it? I forgot. I'm sorry. I totally forgot.
The
Is it
Joe
this
Biden
one?
thing. No, wait. Go down. Go down. Go down. I think. Yeah. Oh no. Wait. Just
It
one.
might have been this one. Hold on.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Where there is some suggestion, warped, I believe it to be,
It's this one. Yeah.
that the measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down,
I can't understand what she said. then.
instead of where I believe most Americans are, which is to believe that the true measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you lift up. That's what's at stake as much as any other detail that we could discuss
All
in
right,
this election.
that's Obama-style flowery rhetoric,
I
which
will
I cannot
beat you
stand.
down and then build you up, Trump. I mean, Jesus
Now-
Christ, it's pro
me-
wrestling all over
I'm
the
going to
place.
incite violence just like Trump does.
I'm an
But the-
insider.
The media won't call her out on it because she's a Democrat. Next became the most painful part of
She's
the
not
night
a
to
Democrat.
watch.
She's a moderate Republican.
Oh my God. Yeah, this is where she went, hello? Yeah, this is Joe Biden. I'm going to drop out of the
Kamala-
race. She went, hallelujah! Praise Jesus!
Well, she
I'm
claimed
sorry, that
that
was loud.
she broke down in tears when
Yeah,
Joe
she broke
Biden
down in
dropped
tears
out.
my ass cheeks.
All right, so let's see
She's
her
going,
pretend.
party at my house.
Let's see her pretend to cry while Joe Biden dropped out.
When he called you and said he was pulling out of the race, what was that like? And did he offer to endorse you right away, or did you ask for it?
It was a Sunday, so here I'll give you a little too much information.
Go for it. There's no such
don't
thing
want
as Madam Vice President.
My family was staying with us,
Oh, my
and
family's staying with us.
including my baby nieces,
Hmm.
and we had just had pancakes and. Auntie,
Pancake.
can I have more bacon? Yes, I'll make you more bacon. And then we were sitting down to do a puzzle.
Girl, baby,
And the
girl.
phone rang, and it was Joe Biden.
Mhm.
And
telling ya.
and he
What
told me
happened
what
to
he
the
had to say.
tears? No, she started
Like,
to
let's
cry,
get to the
and
point,
then
Kamala. Jesus
she
Christ. I
was
don't give
like,
a fuck about your life.
then she, then it's like, oh, we're gonna, starts laughing.
Girl,
Like,
baby, girl. Just get to the fucking point.
Decided to do. And I asked him, "Are you sure?"
Are you sure?
And he said yes. And and that's how I learned about it.
that's how I learned
And what about
it.
the endorsement? Did you ask for it?
And he was very clear that he was going to support me.
So when he called to tell you, he said, I'm pulling out of the.
Well, my
pulling
first
out,
thought
guys.
was
I'm
not
pulling
about me,
out.
to be honest with you. My first thought was about him,
No, it wasn't.
to be honest.
No, it wasn't. When somebody says to be honest, they're lying. That's the
That's what
rule.
Jimmy
man.
Gorsuch
And they
tweeted.
said to be 100% honest. Yeah, that's you know they're
Yeah,
lying.
100%
She said-
honest, I am 100% dishonest.
Like when she said, my first thought about it was about Biden. To be honest, like no, she's lying. She thought,
No, this
oh,
is what
thank
she
God.
went. Glory, hallelujah.
Oh, thank God, I get to be president now, or I get to run for president, even though she's probably going to lose to Trump. But
Yay!
Praise
I get to become a
Jesus.
female dictator.
Woo.
I think history is going to show a number of things about Joe Biden's presidency. I think history is going to show that in so many ways it was transformative,
bullshit.
be it on
For who? The
what
rich?
we have accomplished around finally investing in America's infrastructure, investing in new economies,
didn't.
in new industries, what
fact,
we
he
have
took down
done
a
to
bridge.
bring our allies
Building
back
so
together
low.
and have confidence.
Bullshit. Oh, that's bullshit.
Did
what
anyone
she's saying.
remember when that bridge went out in Maryland because it
In
literally
Baltimore.
split the supply lines?
It was Baltimore. That bridge at the
Baltimore,
ship,
thank you.
the ship that ran into that bridge. Thank you, Cynic. Give me a like, please subscribe. I assume you're subscribed. That's my spiel usually. I just say it.
Confidence in who we are as America and grow that alliance. What we have done to stand true to our principles, including the one of the most important international rules and norms, which is the importance of sovereignty and territorial integrity.
Double CK.
And I think history is going to show not only has Joe Biden led an administration that has achieved those extraordinary successes, but the character of the man is
Character.
one that he
Oh,
has
What
been in
character?
his life and
The
That's
dude didn't even know
brutal.
where he was half the
One
time. He has
character
dementia.
I smell-
dementia.
I smell the bullshit from here. I mean, it's just brutal.
And
Wherever
it
she's from.
stinks.
Yeah. Let me
Phew.
finish this.
including as a president, quite selfless and puts the American people first.
More bullshit. But
Ugh.
all right, let's see. In the
The
final
dude didn't even know where he was half the time. For fuck's sake, he had dementia. This is called elder
Yeah.
abuse, y'all.
Yeah.
And the only reason why he dropped out, and I covered this over a month ago, the Seymour Hersh article on Substack, where he basically had sources that said Obama called Biden and is like, look, we got Kamala to agree. If you don't drop out, we're going to use the 25th Amendment on you and remove you from office. It's either you
Damn.
drop out and end your career, or we're going to end your career for you. So it's up to you. And that's when Biden
Bam.
dropped out. He didn't want to be humiliated on his way out of office. So it was Obama. He was behind it. And now some of the other media starting to report it now as we got these sources, even though Seymour Hersh reported it a month ago. And I covered it at the time. So that's the only reason I dropped out. It wasn't because, he wanted Kamala to win. No, to this day he thinks Kamala's gonna lose. And he's right. And whatever sanity or whatever clarity Joe Biden had in his head, he said Kamala would lose. That's why he wouldn't drop out. So yeah, he's right. But let's see. This is Kamala trying to quell concerns of every doubter who called her a DEI hire. So
She is.
she is. But let's do this.
regardless of race and gender.
Start from the beginning.
I am running because I believe that I am the best person to do this job at this moment.
Yeah, Hillary said the
For
same
all
thing.
Americans, regardless of race and gender.
Yeah, so she's the best person to do this job. Even though she's an empty suit and she has no actual opinions, she kind of, I hate to say it this way, but I'm going to. She kind of whored her way to this moment, to this spot.
My dad calls her heels up Harris.
Yeah, I mean, Hey,
She
I'm not
sucked
the
a
only
lot
one
of
who
dick
said
to
that.
get to where she is. You gotta cackle those cocks. Or sorry, you have to cackle those cocks, as Dick DeBello always says.
Yeah, that's that. But yeah, I do have that clip. I think where she struggles to she confuses the Supreme Court for something else. You got to find it. But yeah, that was Kamala Harris. Interview by
I think you'll be able
CNN.
to find that clip from what's his name, Greg Price or whatever it is, one of the conservative accounts. Um, if I
Um,
pronounce if I pronounce his name correctly, Greg Price. Um,
I don't know,
Hmm.
Cynic. I mean, I still see it from here. Your birthday wish. It disappeared, but I still see it, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, let's see. Let me try to
yeah, Greg
find it.
Price. Greg Price. I think he tweeted that video of the Supreme Court thing. Greg Price.
Hmm.
Okay,
Just look up.
I already played that. I already played that. Why have you flip flopped? Okay, yeah, that too. Yeah, I don't have it unless if I can find it.
Yeah, just look up Greg Price's account.
I did see it. I did see it. That's why.
Greg Price.
Mhm.
Yeah, I did see it.
Okay.
I'm not sure from his account or what, but I did see RFK Jr. because this. I
Do you need me
definitely
to send you the tweets, Angel, or what?
that would be easier, honestly.
Okay,
So if,
let me look.
yeah, that'd probably be easier. Oh yeah, I did see that. You were the first one, but for some reason when I yeah, I did see that, but for some reason when I started to stream, it disappeared. But yeah, I did see your birthday wish, and thank you.
Yeah,
Uh,
okay,
I don't
so
know.
I'm gonna send it to you right now. I just give me a second.
Okay.
I don't know, but I went on and now I see this where Trump wants to, vote no for the amendment for to enshrine abortion. Now, wait, the people were telling me that he was going to say yes to abortion, so I don't know if I'm getting the whole story there. But I mean, like I said,
Well,
Trump
what he
and Kamala
said,
have been on every side of every. So what does it fucking matter?
what he said was he was pro IVF,
Here's
and
my
that
other
he
cat, by the way.
would. Oh, there's the other cat. But yeah, did you send it or because I
Yeah,
didn't
just
see
a
it?
second. Just finishing it.
Oh, okay. No, I mean it's not you. I did see it, but it's gone.
Okay,
After.
so you should be able to see it now. I just tagged you.
Okay. All right, here it is. Yeah. All right, so let me just do this. Do that.
Hmm.
He called for the termination of the United States Supreme, the court, the supreme land of our nation, the United States Constitution. Yeah, I did see this, but I just didn't. All right, let's check this out.
He even called for termination of the United States Supreme, the supreme land of our nation, the United States Constitution.
Constitution. And she's a lawyer. It's not like she's not a lawyer. She's a lawyer. I mean, she knows what the
No
Supreme
offense, but
Court
has
is.
anyone screened her for dementia?
She struggles with public
Some
speaking.
people I think might be saying that she's starting to, get Joe Biden's,
I was going to say, I think Joe Biden is rubbing off on her a little too much.
yeah.
Yeah, she struggles with public speaking. I mean, it's clear. I mean, I don't think she has dementia, even though it seems like
Okay.
she's been struggling a lot lately with that. So, yeah, she's been.
Also, her fake accents are so annoying as
Oh, they're
well.
bad.
Yeah, she's tried
Yeah,
to literally, I can impersonate
And we
Obama.
gonna win in 2024.
yeah. She develops a southern accent when she's in the south, or she develops like a northeastern accent. I mean, it's Hillary Clinton tried to do the same thing too and pretend and have all these accents. It didn't work for
AOC
her.
did the same thing as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Girl, baby girl.
A lot of
We
politicians
came,
do that
we
now.
saw, and he died. Am I right?
Well,
I mean,
this
all these fake rich people just trying to be, one of us, and they don't give a fuck about us.
no. Well, this is what I wanted to play this anyways, but this is a video of somebody going to an abandoned neighborhood and explaining why the neighborhood was abandoned on Christmas, by the way. So it's like a short, but
This entire neighborhood suddenly had to get up and leave in Christmas 2023. A video from summer shows a lively neighborhood with cars everywhere. And you wouldn't know it yet, but these signs would soon predict the fate of everyone living here. Today, all the homes are abandoned, with everything left behind, including cars still in the driveways. But the question is, why did everyone leave? If you look up Rapolo Drive on Google Maps, you can see it's entirely surrounded by warehouses on all four sides. This land is extremely valuable for developers to build. One day, a developer for a data center came knocking on all their doors, telling them they had to go. They wanted to build a giant data center for things like artificial intelligence storage. The question you might have is, why wouldn't they build over empty land? If you live in the Chicago suburbs, you'd understand that there's not much empty land left near the airport. Sadly, soon after, everyone's homes were taken over and destroyed. Needless to say, people weren't very happy with the outcome, as you saw from the signs in front of the homes.
see, it says "fuck off," by the way.
Yeah, fuck off. We're at work here. Whoa.
I know this
Sorry
isn't
about that.
a good comparison. I know it's a different situation, but when I saw it, what first came to my mind, that the Chris Benoit house, that infamous house after the
Mhm.
murder.
Did they tear it down?
No, it's still there, but
No, it's
just
still up.
look at the house.
That home is still up, but
yeah,
somebody else
lives
bought it.
there. Nobody's willing to live there anymore because of what happened that day.
I think somebody else bought it, but nobody. It's been sitting there ever
Yeah.
since.
Yeah.
But this is what we're talking about. This is where BlackRock and Vanguard will buy up your house, buy up your land, and tell you, "Oh well, go fuck yourself. We own this land now, buddy
And then-
boy. You can't even take your fucking. You will own nothing, be happy, and eat sea bugs and
In
the
another
GMO meat."
video, that he says that Microsoft bought up that neighborhood in order to
Yep.
build their artificial intelligence space and memory
Yep.
banks. So they had a public hearing where they decided that you're gonna have to sell your home to Microsoft. The city.
I would be
because-
like,
Microsoft's losing trust lately. I mean, look at their Xbox brand. Xbox ain't doing too well lately.
Oh, the video game division is just awful. But what was I gonna say? This is why I'm so against AI, because it's gonna take over our lives, and
Yep.
already it's taken over my life. I use AI to edit my videos and put them up as shorts.
I
It's
do
easier
my
for
own
me.
editing. Sorry, I
I-
do my own editing.
But I can't. I don't have the time, honestly, or the
well.
inclination. So I use AI. But even I hate it. It's like no. But now they're buying up neighborhoods in order to clear
Yeah.
them out, build big AI memory
And they don't care if
storage.
you don't have a
Whoops.
pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Oh well,
Sorry
about
sucks
that.
to be you.
Didn't Ubisoft say that they were going to focus on AI for their games and all something like that?
Well, that's the future. These AIs, video games and stuff. But let me see. I
Even
have
computer
more.
AI for computer games.
I have more. All right, this is the one where he talks about Microsoft. Hold on. Left. No. Bear with me 1 second while actually. This is the one where he talks about Microsoft. Might be the same neighborhood, but
They just put this fence up on all these homes. There's an abandoned RV they left behind, actually. This house was built in the 2000s. This one was built in the 1800s. Oh, there's a guy back there looking through. Wow. Yeah, dude. Nobody lives here. It's completely abandoned. Look at this, you guys. There are actually scavengers everywhere. Look, there's a guy right there. There's somebody right there. There's some people right there, actually. I don't know what this guy's actually doing, but check this out. So there's people in there. Yeah, these people are looking around too. They're really looking for stuff to take. Wow. At least some of it's going to good use, right? But this is about to be destroyed. Look, there's some people right there. Yeah, I'm gonna go chat with them, see what they're saying. Huh?
They lost their
Let's see.
homes and everything.
see, look at it. They're all fenced off.
Looks like Lahaina
Yeah, it's all fenced
and
off.
Maui.
Oh, well, yes, another one. there's multiple neighborhoods like this in Illinois, in particular. For some reason, all these companies are buying up homes in Illinois in order to do this. Let me mute that. That could be copyrighted. So, oh, it's the
Oh,
same
that's so
neighborhood, I think.
gross.
Yeah, yeah. They're building data centers. Paid everyone $1 million to move out. $1 million is a lot of money, but
Give
the
me
fire
$1 million.
the fire district was dissolved because all the firefighters lived there. Yeah, they're destroying this
Well, why
entire
did they leave
neighborhood.
their? See, I don't understand. Why would you leave your car behind? I would take my car with me, even if I had $1 million.
That that's why I'm questioning. I like, why would you leave your stuff there unless they're like, fuck it, we got $1 million, just let them clean up this
Well, yeah,
mess. We're
well,
gone.
let them clean it up. We'll get all new everything.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's probably what they were thinking because they're still pissed about they lost their neighborhood. So it's like, yeah, so they're demolishing all these homes
Well,
and
right, because they're not building new houses. They're just building new call centers like this shit. And
yeah.
again, you will own nothing, be happy, and eat sea bugs.
Yeah.
Nilo says, in order to build artificial intelligence that has been to use to artificially inflate housing prices. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another big thing. They're using AI to artificially inflate housing prices for rent in particular.
Mm-hmm. So you will own nothing. Again, you will rent everything, or you won't have it.
Yeah, it's really it's about rent. Because I covered that story too, where there's an AI company that forces landlords to raise rents, and I'm like, they're not forcing landlords to do anything, and they're just following the AI, and they
Mm-hmm.
signed a deal. So, let's see. So yeah, you guys, I assume you guys saw this, but the Anti Defamation League went after Nick of Revolutionary Blackout
Oh
Network.
yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that. Yeah. Oh my god.
So yeah, they
How
went
did
after him by name. They went after him by
yeah.
name. So it wasn't like it was just it happened to show
He
him. No, it was
responded
by
to
name.
himself.
Yeah, yeah. So this is the original tweet. This is how Revolutionary Blackout Network, a popular socialist activist group led by Nick Cruz, responded to a headline that says 44% of Jewish college students don't feel safe identifying as Jewish on campus. Such a lack of empathy and outright hostility is plain anti-Semitism. So they
I
called him
wouldn't be surprised
anti-Semitic.
if that was the Vanguard who tweeted that.
So by the way, they shut off replies. Very
Yeah,
brave, by the way.
yeah.
Very brave,
Bravo.
ADL. But let's see. So yeah, this is then he responds like, "Shut the fuck up, nobody cares." The same thing he said before. So
No,
yeah,
I
they're
love
going
Nick.
after.
Yeah, I
They're
love
going.
Nick. And I agree with Jimmy Dore that literally these are people who are just Zionists. Oh, I'm so scared. But actually, really, the people who really need to fear are the people who don't sign up for the Zionist shit. And they're actually just, identifying as Jewish because these people go after those people who say, look, I just want the killing to stop. I want peace in Gaza, and I want the killing to stop.
Yeah, and I'm Jewish.
The
Yeah,
Zionists are the one who are going after these regular people who just want to, they just want the killing to stop.
Yeah, and I'm Jewish, and I don't support this shit. So
You got a little problem over there.
yeah.
yeah. It,
Kind of taking
so
over your screen there. It's by now, Dad.
Now he
yeah.
went to the scratch me or
So,
pipe.
let's see. Nilo says, I kind of went after him today too. My bad. I'm just getting frustrated over the Green Party hopium. Hey, look, I mean, that's a criticism. It's a legitimate criticism
Yeah,
because the Green Party ain't going to do anything either. So, because they're
yeah.
never going to be in power. But even if
Speaking
they
of
were in
which,
power, then go
speaking of
ahead.
which, I don't know if you just saw, the account I Am Blakely or something. She just made a video saying I'm not voting for Jill Stein.
Mm-hmm.
The girl who did made fun of Michael Rappaport. She just,
Oh,
she just made
the,
that tweet. She's the one. She's also the other one who was really excited when Kamala Harris picked Tim Walz for VP.
a lot of these upper middle class
Yeah,
white
but
people
yeah,
are
but
very excited.
I Am Blakely's account, and you'll see. She doesn't.
Yeah.
Jill
The
Stein.
baby killers really care if we call it us anti-Semitic. Once the boomers are gone from this world, once the boomers are gone, this world will be much more lonely for Zionists. They're the last generation
Really?
who are brainwashed by this garbage. After their baby killing spree made enemies for life, I embraced their hatred. Anyways, I'm interviewing Dr. Jill Stein and Butch Ware, the VP pick today at 2. So yeah, he
I
goes.
prefer Claudia De La Cruz over Jill Stein, but in terms of the
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but yeah, I was not trying to be mean to people in the Kit's chat room, but I mean, there's people in there like, oh yeah, I'm gonna vote for Jill Stein. I'm like, why? She sold out to Peter Dow.
yeah,
She's
and I
Yeah,
friends
don't
he
know,
with
if-
got.
Peter
I don't
Dow.
know if you've seen that clip, which I think you've seen that clip, Angel, where one of the guys who interview, or I don't know, interview, but asked if Jill Stein, go on the shows, and he mentioned Jimmy Dore, and then Jill Stein's like, yeah, they're really important, and all
Yeah,
that, and one of her staffers like, okay, we're done, and it was disrespectful. You've seen that
yeah,
clip, right?
yeah, and then she said, and then, oh well, we're not going on Jimmy Dore, and then later it's like, oh yeah, we'll go on. I mean, come on, Jimmy, call
We're
us.
still
Yeah,
waiting, Jill. We're
She still
still
hasn't gone on.
waiting. No,
She
she
still
still
hasn't
hasn't
gone
gone
on.
on.
yeah.
Excuse me.
I
I
think
still thought
that
it
is
was really
sad.
funny, when Cornel West, he showed his true colors on his interview
Oh, he totally
before
shit the
last year.
bed. And like
Yeah,
I said,
Yeah,
I
but
defended
then
Jimmy for
recently
that.
he
yeah,
came for questioning the vaccine slating. It's like, where have you been? Why were you against it before?
yeah.
No,
It's
I
just
actually
doesn't.
defended Jimmy Dore for that because a lot of people were getting on his ass and saying, "Why would you do that?" And then just recently he said, "Oh, I apologize for not giving Cornell West a softball interview." I'm like, "Why would you apologize for that, Jimmy? Why would you even apologize? Let these
I
fucking
don't think he
trolls."
apologized. No. I think what he said just recently was, you know, maybe I think he said maybe I could have done it without maybe just going super yelling or super angry. Maybe he said he could have handled it just a bit better, but I don't think he ever regrets, confronting him about those issues. I don't
This,
think,
Yeah, I hope
like
not because I mean he did a great
this.
job.
no, he never said, oh, I shouldn't have gone after 20. He never said that. So
I came
Okay.
across this yesterday. The UK government's out of control. They're arresting journalists left and right that are against the Zionist regime. This is another one they did recently. The project, because I covered it with Richard Medhurst. They arrested him and
Yeah,
they tortured
yeah.
him. There's a new one now. The pro-genocide
Jeez.
UK regime has arrested Menace Uncensored roving reporter and human rights activist Sarah Wilkinson. So this is her. They arrested her. That's her there for supporting the Palestinian resistance and relaying happening in Gaza and the West Bank to the world. The pro-rape British government falsely alleges that Miss Wilkinson supports terrorism. We hold the anti-media British government full responsibility of the stupid act, intimidating and oppressing journalists as well as human rights activists in favor of the Israeli occupation entity, and we demand the Zionist-run puppet British government releases our reporter Sarah Wilkinson immediately. So yeah, they're still holding her apparently. Oh, this is back
stealing
from
Do
April.
Sonics all over again.
do y'all get the
It,
sense like we're back in like 1938 Germany
yeah,
when they
it's
did
it's
the Kristallnacht?
Yeah.
yeah. To be fair, this letter's from April, but I'm not sure. I assume they released her by now, but this tweet came out today or yesterday. But yeah, that's weird. Why I say April 18th and the tweet came out today? It must be an old letter, but yeah, I mean they're out of control. The British government.
Yeah.
I mean they're worse than even the U.S. government on this. It's like
Oh, this will happen in the US. Mark my words.
mhm,
Mark my
Jimmy
words. That will happen here.
Jill Stein won't go on Jimmy because he's just going to spend the whole show begging her to join with Trump.
I don't. I
Yes,
mean, maybe he's
no.
being sarcastic about it, but I don't think so.
I would hope that he would do the same thing he did with Cornell West, with Jill Stein, and be like, "Why would you even talk to Peter Dow? You
What?
know that he made it his life's mission to literally take down Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
Not that Bernie Sanders is, not liable for that stuff because he is a cuck. But I mean, and he was a sheep herder, just like RFK Jr. and
Don't
Tulsi
forget,
Gabbard now sheep
Yeah.
herders.
Don't forget how bad Pat the Socialist turned out to be. You know, the one who's concerned about COVID all
Yes.
the time.
Yes, he blocked me a long time ago. Apparently recently blocked Jimmy too, but he blocked me a long time ago.
Yeah.
So I'm ahead of Jimmy there.
Oh,
But
jeez.
hey, at least they aren't freezing protesters' bank account. But who does that, right, guys?
Canada did
Yeah,
that.
the Canadian government did that. So that's what Snow is referencing. But
That is horrible. That was so horrible, Snow. And I heard that on Jimmy's show. I was like,
Mhm.
you gotta be fucking kidding me. But then everybody wants, or not everybody, but the rich want us all on CBDCs and digital IDs so they can track if you go to a protest. Guess what? They cut you off, and now you can't do anything. You can become a non-citizen. You'll go hungry, which is forced starvation. Which
So are you going to be able to join in really soon, or what?
I don't know. I mean, the link is I put the link in the our group chat, so anybody can come in. But
Yeah.
hopefully he can. But it's refreshing to this is Nicole Shanahan, who was our RFK Jr.'s BP pick. This is the letter where Mark Zuckerberg finally admitted the truth, which he was pressured by Democrats to Biden administration to censor COVID propaganda.
Yeah,
or
but this
fake
is all
or
smoke.
fake news.
It's all smoke and mirrors. This is what we call kabuki theater.
Oh no, the reason why he's doing it. This is my opinion though. The reason why he's doing it because he thinks Trump's going to win the election. And now, since Trump's won the election, all of a sudden being anti-government's okay.
Yeah.
If he thinks that Kamala Harris is going to win, there's no way he would admit to this.
Yeah.
But this is the relevant part of the letter here.
Kind of
So
funny,
are you calling it then?
It's kind of funny listening to Nicole Shanahan talk. You know, she kind of sounds like a Kardashian.
She does.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she does.
So
Good
this is the
reference, Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the relevant part of the letter. In
He's like,
2021, senior officials from the Biden administration, including the White House, repeatedly pressured our teams for months to censor certain COVID-19 content, including humor and satire, and expressed a lot of frustration with our teams when they didn't agree. Ultimately, it was our decision whether or not to take the content down, and we own our decisions, including COVID-19 related changes we made to our enforcement
Oh, they had to
in the
twist your
wake
arm.
in
I
the
don't
wake
wanna
of this
do it.
pressure. I believe the government pressure was wrong, and I regret that we were not more outspoken about it. So he's throwing the Biden administration under the bus, even though he gladly did it. It wasn't like he didn't do it.
Yeah, like they had to really. Oh, okay, don't hurt me.
For the record,
I
supported
agree. I supported the convoy too, 100%, and I don't regret it.
Yeah.
I remember that clip went viral a couple years ago when I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Hassan Parker saying, "I would like the cops to, maybe beat them down, arrest them just a little bit," and then it keeps showing the clips of them being brutally beaten down by the cops, and it's.
It reminded me a lot of during the Black Lives Matter.
I know where
Black
you're
Lives
say.
Matter. Yeah, I mean, literally, cops were throwing poor people all around the place and running over them with cars. See, the only people that get hurt are poor people.
Cop, went all angry. It's like, stop being angry at us. This is a badge. What world are we living in?
Little thumb dick prick that he is.
Yeah.
So this is a Trump commercial I came across, which is pretty funny.
This was one of his good ads recently.
Yeah, they come out with some good stuff.
Everyday prices are too high. Food, rent, gas, back to school clothes. That is called Bidenomics. A loaf of bread costs 50% more today. Ground beef is up almost 50%. There's not much left at the end of the month. Bidenomics is working. The price of housing has gone up. It feels so hard to just be able to get ahead. And we are very proud of Bidenomics.
Harris versus Harris. It's a brilliant ad. I mean, it puts it together.
Squinting again.
Yeah.
I can't see it. It's like, stop squinting.
Yeah.
What I can say about this, I mean, I agree with the premise that everything is up. But again, guys, the rich don't want you to eat meat. That will be a delicacy that you will rarely eat. And they also don't want you to have dairy either. So dairy has gone up as well. Because I remember even a couple years ago, milk was only like $3 a gallon. Now it's $6.
Yeah.
It's literally $6 just for a gallon of milk. So I agree that, but it's the same as Trumponomics, it's the same as Obamanomics, and it can go all the
It,
way back to Reaganomics because
yeah,
again, it was
that's where it
to
started.
literally to
It was the
starve poor
Reagan
people out
administration.
of the club,
Oh yeah.
basically.
That's where it started, the Reagan administration.
Yep.
So this is back in the convention. I just came across this afterwards. I didn't know how hawkish she was. This is MSNBC. Kamala Harris's speech at the DNC was so hawkish that even
It
they're
was so
shocked by it.
hawkish. What, you just
The-
woke up to it now?
Even MSNBC was shocked by it.
That's not a joy.
I didn't know how hawkish she was on foreign policy, people would say. The language, the use of words like lethal, security that were just woven throughout her speech, the invocations of, in a very forceful way, of the embrace of the flag, the embrace of normalcy, of patriotism in a kind of unabashed way. That, again, we saw it for 4 straight days here, but her speech last night was a kind of, I won't call it a work of art, but it was a very.
It was a work of art.
People will go back and take that speech apart in a variety of ways and look at all of the different kinds of movements in it that allowed her to keep making those very consistent narrative and contrast points that were throughout these 4 days. She made them in all kinds of ways, just saying really, really effectively.
Yeah, and threading the needle on the question of Gaza, which has hovered over this, saying, quote, "To be clear, I will always stand up for Israel's right to defend itself." Making clear we support Israel, we stand shoulder to shoulder, but we have to stop the suffering in Gaza, saying she's going to work toward a ceasefire deal. Claire,
Yeah, so
We already knew she was going to do that. Even Trump has done
I mean,
it.
you're not going to stop the suffering in Gaza. You're not going to.
I covered
Not even
his
with Trump.
speech. I covered that part of the speech, and she spent 2 minutes talking about how we got to protect the rights of Israel. We got to let it have the right to defend themselves, and then she spent 30 seconds on Palestine. We gotta, they have to be, they have to be protected or whatever. She spent like 20
As
seconds.
you said,
on
Alex.
Yeah.
I mean, I completely agree with you, Alex. This is just this is bullshit 101. I can't believe she's so hawkish, but I mean, I want to suck her dick.
Yeah, they defended
Right?
it.
Everybody wants to suck her dick
MSNBC
right here.
MSNBC defended this.
Angel, do you still have that clip I shared with you a couple weeks ago from Due Distance that you played a couple weeks ago?
I think so. It's somewhere in my mentions, but yeah, it's a good clip. We went over it last week or 2 weeks ago, where they destroyed Kamala. Did I cover this? The RFK
What?
Jr. dropout last week. I think I did. Oh yeah, I did. I had to.
So,
I had to because it's towards the bottom. But yeah, I mean, I don't. So it's a halftime. But yeah, I mean, this is ridiculous. This is too much, I'm like, really?
How many
I
times have
should've-
we said that now? Like 85. This is ridiculous. This is shit.
ridiculous.
Yeah, we've said it a lot.
By the way,
You said it
you barely mentioned who the libertarian candidate is. Chase
I don't
Oliver,
know.
is that his name?
I don't know who it is, honestly.
I think that's Chase Oliver.
Because I remember Gary Johnson from 2016,
Yeah.
but I don't know who the libertarian candidate this time around is.
Yeah.
Let's
What is
see.
Aleppo?
What is Aleppo? Sounds like some kind of pickle. What the fuck?
Yeah, so Trump's been putting out a lot of ads lately, and a lot of them are like really good. It's like he's back
When
to.
he posted that is pro-Israel ad lately, which just wasn't good.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, because remember, guys, this is the same guy who literally tried to get us in a war with Iran by killing the general. I'm not going to even butcher the name anymore. I'm just going to be like,
I
the general.
remember when Trump got COVID in 2020, I remember Max Blumenthal posted a savage response by showing Salamundi's face. It's like, hey, you killed this guy. We're not sorry for you.
Yeah, but I think it was like disingenuous, and again, I'm not sticking up for Trump either, but I think it was very disingenuous for CNN to do what they did with Rogan. They almost did the same thing with Trump.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh man.
That was so disrespectful, I thought. And I don't even like Rogan really because I only watched him when like a wrestler was on.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
oh, the
do
wrestler's
too.
on.
I
He
do
wasn't
too.
part of wrestling. You mean UFC? Or
No, like he would interview a wrestler. Like
oh,
and he also interviewed Bernie because I was still a Bernie person at the
Yeah,
time.
he interviewed.
Kyle Kuklinski, because I was still kind of on
Toby
his
Howard's
side
been
at
on
the
the
time.
show multiple times.
Trust me, I regret it because I'm like, ooh, I can't believe I took any of these people seriously.
He also
Yeah,
hosted the X Factor. Oh wait,
yeah,
no, Fear Factor, Fear Factor.
Fear
Fear Factor.
Factor.
Yeah,
I was gonna say X
he
Factor.
hosted. Yeah, he. That's where I first saw Rogan 20 plus years ago. Now his podcast. The only time I watch it is when a wrestler's on or
Yeah.
something that
Yeah, like
interests me.
he
I don't watch it every
Hogan, I
week.
think. Didn't he have Hogan? I think he had Jesse Ventura. Am
He
I right
had
about that?
Hogan on recently, Undertaker.
Undertaker.
Yeah.
I think Jesse went on.
Dale Jr.'s been on his show too. I'm a NASCAR fan, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So is my
So
mom. Did he
Oh,
have Jeff Gordon on at all?
no.
Oh,
he had on Dale
my mom would
Earnhardt
kill him.
Jr. So I'm assuming you guys heard about Brazil banning X and Rumble.
Yeah.
I just heard about it. Yeah.
Um, so now Brazil's Supreme Court declares anyone using a VPN to access X after his suspension is subject to fines up to 8,800 lira, whatever their currency is, but it's a lot of money.
See, that's why I don't like VPNs. No, I mean, they do their job, I'm sure. But again, people can still see what you're doing. The NSA can still know that you're on a VPN. And they're just not secure.
What a disappointment Lula turned out to be.
I know, but I think they got to him.
Real. So it's 8,800 reals. They can be fined. Let's see. I'm curious to see how much is that in US dollars. So it's
fines up
one.
to, it says about 8,000 there.
That's
Doesn't it
that's in
say?
their currency, the real.
Oh.
But it's $1,568 in
Like
US
people
dollars.
got that.
So yeah, they can be fined up to $1,500 US if they get caught using a VPN to access Twitter or X.
See, that's just shit. And like I said, guys, take it from a computer technician who works on computers. Even I was saying, VPNs are not exactly secure.
All of a sudden, Brazil and France are making China and North Korea appear quite validated and vindicated.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
we've turned into not them, well, sort of us, and then of course Britain, Germany has turned back into Kristallnacht and let's kill the Jews, Nazi Germany, and then of course Brazil and others have fallen in their footsteps. It's really disgusting.
That pic recently where people make fun of Joe Biden when he's like,
The not so secret reality situation in Brazil is that the U.S. State Department installed Lula and outed Bolsonaro. And most of what you're witnessing in the banning of X is by design, likely as punishment to Elon Musk for throwing the international court out of the Twitter moderation department. So
I don't know about that.
Are they trying to make Elon sound more legit than them? Or?
Yeah, they do that all the time.
This is an account that supports Elon Musk.
Yeah, you get people to worship the rich people, and then you don't see that the rich turn around and say, "Oh, sorry, poor people, we're gonna throw you in an oven now." I literally get on people just for liking The Rock. Look what happened with The Rock and Oprah, and all the money went in their pockets anyway. And I had literally someone vehemently defend The Rock, and I was just like, I can't believe. Why would you worship a rich person who does not care about you? They do not care about you. They don't care if you live or die.
One thing I gave credit to The Rock recently, like just before WrestleMania, is interviewed by someone from Fox News or Fox, some station from Fox. He said, he regretted supporting Joe Biden, Kamala Harris because it. You remember seeing that video, Angel, right?
I don't remember it, but yeah, I mean, I don't, but yeah, I mean, he's just saying that
he regretted supporting them, and that he's not going to vote for them this time. Not saying he didn't say he's voting for Trump, but he's not going to support them.
He's saying that because he's on Fox. The one thing about The Rock, he's very agreeable. He'll say whatever you want to hear.
He's very go along to get along, and like I said, I see this person's passion and why they would want. But again, put your passion into something else, because these rich people just do not give a fuck about you. They don't care. Or otherwise, The Rock would be helping poor people in Maui instead of, hey, poor people, give me your money for all these poor people in Maui that we just told to get the fuck off the island so we can put more golf carts and golf courts. Golf courses. Sorry. Blah, 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 blah. Golf courses, resorts, and hotels and mansions.
Yeah, these are.
Hey, no yawning.
These are the countries that ban of use of VPNs to access prohibited sites. So you have Russia, Turkey, Belarus, China, Iraq, the UAE, Iran, North Korea, Oman, Turkmenistan, Egypt, Uganda, Myanmar, India, Venezuela, Pakistan, Cuba, Saudi Arabia, and Syria. So these are the countries that ban using VPNs to access prohibited sites.
Oh,
So,
it'll
whoops.
happen here soon enough. I fucking love golf courts. Shut up. No, I love you, Snow. No, Snow, you know what I mean. Come over there to Canada
No, we
and
don't. Could you
beat you up.
please elaborate? No, just kidding.
I meant to say courses, golf courses, courses. No, it'll happen here. You guys just wait. Like I said, I'm a computer technician, and what we like to tell people is nothing is 100% secure. Anything can be hacked into, especially with the NSA. So even if you have these VPNs on your computer, one day the US will outlaw them.
Yeah, they
Sorry, guys, that's just the way it is.
You know who invented the internet? It was the U.S. It was the military.
Mm-hmm.
They invented the internet in order to have quicker communications with each other, and then they allowed it to go out to the public, and that's why we all have it. But it was the military, it was the government who invented the internet, the U.S. government. So of course they have a backdoor into the internet. I guarantee
Yep.
you, they have everything on us.
Yep.
Like we share everything publicly, anyways, these days. So
Yep.
they have everything from what websites we like to
Yep.
what our favorite adult entertainment websites are, which most of us go to.
Angel, you must be speaking about yourself. But
And
they probably like to watch me and my man make love, because I accidentally had the pad up one time and they watched through the camera. Oh, I'm glad you like that, NSA, but it's not for your viewing anyway. But
yeah,
I digress.
but yeah, I mean, they have all our everything. Everything that we go on the internet, they have it. So now this Brazil no longer has Rumble. From media reports, they would no longer have X either. World powers don't want Rumble. They don't want X. They don't want Telegram. Which is another thing. The French government arrested the CEO of Telegram and made up charges against him. I'll get to that in a moment. They want to control
Freedom of speech,
information,
baby.
and our companies do not allow them to. This is the CEO of Rumble, by the way. There are no other large company fighting for freedom like we are. We put everything on the line for it. One CEO is in jail. Advertisers boycott our companies and try to cut our economic lifeline, but they underestimate our support among the people. The people keep us alive and keep us going. If you want to help us, join X Premium, join Rumble Premium. If it gets big enough, you'll help us change the game. Blah.
See, I would be more likely to do the Rumble Premium because I'm not giving money to Elon Musk so that he can censor my tweets. Guys, I know, but this is Elon Musk. And I know Peter Thiel, he has put money into Rumble too. Rumble is the only place where I can have a theme song to my one show, and it doesn't matter about copyrights. Now I have to take all music off for YouTube, and that fucking sucks because I would rather people watch along with me to the videos. I mean, Angel, you know
Yeah,
this. You were on my show the other day.
yeah.
And I get to show video clips like you do for the news. It's just that wrestling is probably copyrighted, except
It
for the
is.
audio.
WWE
So,
is. I tried to do a video and have WWE footage a long time ago on my YouTube channel, and of course it was immediately copyrighted. So I tested
Right.
it, and it's like, no,
so
that's not
you
gonna work.
guys might be surprised what I have to say, but I am using premium on X but the only reasons is because so I can post longer tweets and then post longer clips.
Yeah, that's cool. I
Yeah.
refuse to give money because one, I can't really afford it, and second of all, I can't give money to someone who's going to eventually censor me anyway.
Yeah. So the CEO of Telegram, Pavel Durov, Telegram is a Russian company, so which is why another. If I were him, I never would have gone to France.
Ukraine's
But
gonna find some way to want to take it down, I guess. Or
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
so this is the CEO of Telegram claiming that the U.S. government tried to hire one of their engineers in order to get a backdoor into Telegram's code. He's telling
Hmm.
us Tucker Carlson.
We got too much attention from the FBI, the security agencies, wherever we came to the US. So to give you an example, last time I was in the US, I brought an engineer that was working for Telegram. There was an attempt to secretly hire my engineer behind my back by cybersecurity officers or agents, whatever they are called.
The U.S. government tried to hire your engineer?
That's my understanding. That's what he told me.
To write code for them or to break into Telegram?
They were curious to learn which open source libraries are integrated to the Telegram's app, on the client side, and they were trying to persuade him to use certain open source tools that he would then integrate into the Telegram's code that, in my understanding, would serve as backdoors.
Would allow the U.S. government to spy on people who use Telegram.
Exactly.
The U.S. government, or maybe any other government, because a backdoor is a backdoor, regardless of who is.
Yeah, so there you
True.
go.
Didn't Facebook do that? I know. I think Facebook did it too.
Oh yeah, they voluntarily gave a backdoor to the U.S. government, so they're voluntary.
The one concern I have with that guy, though, what's his name again?
Pavel Durov, who's the CEO of Telegram.
So the one concern I have, I saw a tweet. I don't know if it was from Comrade Missy or Sarcasm Stardust, or her or whoever posted, but he did not tweet one thing about Julian Assange, which was.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's not nobody. Yeah, that's a good point. Though. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I know
Rumble.
that Rumble doesn't enforce copyright law.
No, and
That's
that's
why.
good because now I can show, like, we can do watch alongs, and you can watch along with me on Rumble, but I only have like 33 followers, so I think a lot of people are missing out from YouTube because I have to literally take out all the music, or I literally can't. And I can't show any video on YouTube because it will be copyrighted.
Yeah, Rumble is we are live on Rumble right now, but let's see. YouTube is like. Oh no, This is a good point. More likely, YouTube is weaponizing an over application of prejudicial copyright law. If someone uses your work, you have the right to press charges. Right? There's something called fair use in the U.S. law. Fair
Yeah, I
use
mean,
means if
if
you're
someone
using
used
it.
my work, I would, the only thing I would ask is, may I have permission? Or, would you ask me for permission to use my work? Because that's what I did with the gentleman who told the story about Kurt Hennig and Steve, what the hell was his name? Steven Seagal. So there was a story about Steven Seagal, and this guy, Tom Green, was talking about it on X. And I said, sir, may I use your material on my show? And he said, yes. So that's the only thing I would ask for. You can use my work. I don't care, but please just ask me first.
The only thing I would say is like, just give me credit down in the description, something. Just give me credit, and that's it. Not a big deal.
Steven Seagal is such a joke of an actor. I mean, he doesn't.
That's what I thought too when I heard this story. Apparently, my favorite wrestler, Kurt Hennig, met him in an airport. And, he said, I'm Kurt Hennig, I'm a wrestler. And as soon as he said, I'm a wrestler, Steven Seagal squeezed his hand like he's some kind of fucking macho man, macho wrestler or bodybuilder or something. So Kurt just squeezed right back.
Yeah. But, just go to YouTube, see a bunch of videos of people critiquing Steven Seagal. And, he's just a fraud. He doesn't do the actual scenes. It's just, he wants to make people think, oh, he's the guy who can do it all. He's unstoppable. No, he's right. He's a double man, or whatever you want to call it.
Double agent.
no, acting when you can't do it yourself, you use double.
Oh, the stuntman.
Stuntman, yeah.
Yeah. See, and then like the story was that he tried to put him in a a judo hold, but Kurt was so big, body wise, because he was starting to, get back into the gym and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, he just powered right out of it and then grabbed Seagal, squeezed his arm so hard he literally made Seagal drop to his knees. You don't fuck with wrestlers, dude.
Yeah.
Especially Kurt Hennig. Kurt was double
Yeah.
tough.
I used to be a big wrestling fan, or WWE fan, from 2002 to 2007. I just got bored, and at least in my opinion, it's gotten worse. Yeah, I just don't like that they got rid of the fake blood and the PG-13 stuff. And
Well, that's coming back slowly. A lot of that stuff.
well, this is why I prefer
Mhm.
AEW over WWE. I know Angel doesn't like AEW. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
that's an
watch wrestling
interesting.
period, but I just if I were to pick one, I would prefer AEW.
That's interesting. I mean, we could do a debate one of these days, but if you're up for that. But yeah, I mean, I don't really like it. But to each their own. But yeah, I
Yeah.
do have to start wrapping up soon. It's almost 9,
Oh
but
man, we had so much fun.
I
Yeah.
know, but it's almost over. So yeah, I mean, I want to thank everybody for watching. The support is amazing. Hell, I mean, I accidentally kind of stumbled into starting doing that. I accidentally stumbled into doing this show, and I kind of love it now. So it's 70 episodes now. We're closing in on 100. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching and supporting me and all that other stuff. I should ask my dad if he wants to watch your show, which he used to
Definitely,
watch a lot of
definitely.
WWF stuff growing up.
Yeah, yeah. We talk about, on my one show, of course, we have Pro Wrestling Talk tomorrow. And Alex, you're always welcome to come on and we can have a friendly debate. But so I have two
One
pro
day.
wrestling shows. One is called Kurt Hennig Was the Best, Changed My Mind. As everyone knows, he was Mr. Perfect. I did have Kit Cabello and Angel on my shows, and that will be coming out the September 8th and 15th. So just look for those. But
Rip
yeah, if
Sid
you remember
Vicious, by
Mr.
the way.
Perfect and you remember, the Mr. Perfect times that he was in wrestling,
Yeah. Rip Sid Vicious,
and
by the way.
What?
yeah, and if you
I said Rip Sid Vicious.
yeah,
Oh,
Sid, yeah. Sid, yeah,
uh
we
huh.
will. I definitely think we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Sid Vicious.
Oh yeah,
I don't think he
yeah,
was ever
right.
against Mr. Perfect, but I know that he was. I just remember Sid Justice when he was referee at SummerSlam '91
Yeah.
for the
Uh huh.
Hogan and Warrior versus Slaughter match.
Yeah.
But if
Well,
you
what
like
I
old
will
time
always
wrestling like
remember
that,
from Sid Vicious is that he had half the brains that we do.
oh yeah,
Yeah, that wasn't
you
good.
went oops, and then Scott Hall's laughing at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a shoot. Scott, that was a shoot. That wasn't supposed. He wasn't supposed to say that, but it's.
Totally forgot what he's gonna
Oh.
say. I like the oh man, can I do it again? We're live, chump.
Uh-huh.
Do it live.
Then unfortunately he had that broken leg on Nitro. I
Oh
mean,
my
it
gosh,
was
yeah. I remember thinking something's gonna happen. I didn't know what it was, and then all of a sudden his leg goes like this, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think that's supposed to happen.
yeah,
Ow.
some real quick, some genius in WCW told him you need to do more top rope moves. Like I never done a top rope move. Like you have to do it, to make you get over. He
But
did. He attempted one
nobody's
and he
the
broke
mat,
his leg.
but nobody's better at injuries than Kevin Nash.
Oh
Kevin
my
Nash
gosh.
tore up his quad by just running
Twice, or at least
twice.
multiple times.
He does yours too, but he doesn't like my iron in politics. Well, I mean, if we don't. Actually, that's not true. I was gonna say we don't talk politics on pro wrestling talk, but sometimes it devolves into that, like it did last week.
Because
So
politics has become pro wrestling, so
yeah, pretty much. So we end up devolving into that a lot. So, but yeah, I
but
mean,
I mean, if
we.
Nero, if you want to, or Near Hero, or I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your username. If you want to come on, just ask Angel, and we can have a friendly debate about politics and stuff. I'm sure he would love to do that with Angel in the afternoon, and you can kind of give your opinion on what you think the politics should be, or
I
your
mean,
ideas.
well, he's an INN fan, but it's just his dad doesn't like it. Look, we
And
don't talk.
No Himbo should come on again soon,
I love snow.
He couldn't make it, obviously,
his
but
guest host. I can't say his name right now, but
Reef or
no, not Reef.
Yeti.
No,
Yeti
not Yeti.
Jesus.
No, what he
Crab.
usually has on, he usually
Crab.
does
You're
like
talking about crab.
crab,
Crab.
Yeah.
I like Yeti
Yeah.
Jesus. I'm like, what a name, man. What a
Yeah.
name. But no, I did. I was watching that with Yeti Jesus the other day, where he was talking about the WEF, and I can't
Yeah.
say enough good things about Snow. I would like to be a guest on his show as well, and then I would love to have him back on, here, and then have him back on Pro Wrestling
Yeah.
Talk.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. My
Is Snow
birthday
still in the
is.
chat?
I don't think so. I haven't seen. Oh,
Oh,
there
there
he
he
is.
is.
Yeah.
There he is.
That's
That
what I
guy
don't
with the
think
awful
so.
rash.
Well, Crab, he's referencing last week, I think, well, during the convention where Crab had to take a phone call and he
Oh
claimed
no.
he had a rash in his lower parts. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, it's really contagious.
Yeah. So yeah, my birthday is actually tomorrow, so we'll be
Yeah.
doing pro wrestling talk tomorrow. We'll be
And I will be
reviewing.
singing once we go to Rumble. I will be singing happy birthday to the man, to the coup de grace.
Yeah.
I will be
Yeah.
singing to him.
So yeah, we'll be reviewing the pay per views, which
Yeah.
is all in from Sunday, and tomorrow afternoon is WWE Berlin show
Bash in
in
Berlin.
yeah Berlin. So tomorrow afternoon, so I'll be getting some drinks, and I'm going to be doing this. So hopefully I remember, but I'm gonna try not to drink too much during the show. That way I remember it because I might
Oh,
forget
come
it.
on. It would be funny as hell to have a drunken angel.
No, I mean I'm talking about during the show. So
Oh, oh.
not at night. I'm probably gonna be drunk, but all right, you guys are
Oh yeah.
welcome anytime for
Let me
real.
just, Angel, before we go off, I want to make sure your Yankee game playing right now. I want to see what the score is right now.
Okay.
Because Angel and I are
I
both.
know. I'm almost done.
Oh, Yankees are leading 4-2 over the Cardinals, bottom of the seventh inning. Austin Wells hit a home run. I don't think Aaron Judge hit a home run, but
Okay, well that's good. But yeah, pro wrestling talk is tomorrow. It's my birthday.
Tomorrow.
It's actually my birthday. Today's not my birthday yet. So in
Yeah.
fact my birthday is tomorrow at 11:45. I was born nearly at midnight. So my birthday is just supposed to be September 1st. But yeah, it's my birthday tomorrow. I hope D wasn't able to make it tonight, but I'm gonna ask whether he can make it tomorrow. I'm gonna
And
ask him,
Karen,
but
what happened? I thought Karen was coming on.
she had a family event. She told me she forgot
Oh,
about,
man.
I sent her the link on her DM or Twitter anyways. So she didn't make it tonight. So just in case she could, but she couldn't. That's fine though. We've got to. I mean, it's always something every week. But yeah, I mean, I think that's it, right? I mean, you got your promotions in, right, or no?
The only thing I wanted to say is we have episode 49 coming on for Kurt Hennig Was the Best, Changed My Mind. I did make a little boo boo. I accidentally stuck my ending in the middle of the match with Lex Luger, so I
Oh God.
apologize. That was my foul up. Just if you could just watch it and try to ignore the extra stuff there. But otherwise, yeah, check it out. We watch along to round 2 with Lex Luger on Monday Nitro, and then on Black Magic Talk, we are going to take a break this coming week. I needed break from it being Labor Day. I just want one show to worry about, and I
Yeah.
only have to upload it to YouTube. So we're taking a break from Black Magic Talk, but we might have another guest. Her name is Cassandra.
Okay.
So look for that on like the 8th or 9th of September. So we'll be back then, and that's pretty much it.
Well, as
Pro
everybody
Wrestling
knows,
Talk tomorrow. Be there.
everybody knows Angel in the afternoon, Fridays at 7. Pro Wrestling Talk is Saturdays at 8, which is tomorrow, which is actually my birthday. I might be drunk, or buzzed, or whatever you want to call it. So come in just for that, just to watch me embarrass myself. But yeah, no, seriously though, make sure you check out Pro Wrestling Talk. So I want to thank everybody for joining me. I want to thank everybody for their donations for my birthday or my birthday money, whatever. I appreciate it really much, or really much. I appreciate it a lot. And I'm going to see you guys tomorrow night for Pro Wrestling Talk and next Friday for Angel in the afternoon. Same time, same place, same channels.